Hello and welcome to another Space Engineers episode. As I have been hard at work getting the tower put together, placed all of the windows, and the build and repairs have been going at it as I've left the game running, as I've done chores and done my work and such like that. But we have some fun stuff to do today, as I am going to make this interior nice and pretty and truly functional, because I thought this was a great idea. Someone said in the comments of the last one that I should make the elevator out of small block, which I don't know why I didn't think of that. And it works so nicely. So let's get that done. We'll pop into my character. I am up on the roof right now, but we can sort of base jump down the elevator shaft until we reach the elevator. But let's get this going. So we need a rotor, because we're going to do our rotor trick thing. Get rid of that. And I believe I can attach a small head. Yep, there it is. And then from there, we can lay out a small grid of things, and it'll be wonderful. But what we need to do is we need to make sure that we set this thing to rotor lock, and I guess we can put on share nurse tensor. I don't know if we actually need to do that, but we'll do it anyway. Because if we bring this out, we can get this just about to the edge here. And from here to here, you can walk across that gap. So all I need to do now is fill this in, and we'll have a nice solid base for it. So then just get this other side real quick. Of course, build and repairs are doing their best here to get this built up nice and fast. See? Walking on. A little bit of movement there. A little bit of camera shake as I'm working across that gap. But maybe something I could even do is go around and put on the half block where the entrance is. And then there's none. It's smooth as butter. Oh, baby, that's delicious. Excellent. I also thought I'd have to move all of my pistons and everything, but no. This fits just practically perfectly. So, you wonderful person that said this in the comments, you're beautiful. And there's like a little bit of space there. I can get that with displacement here. So I can adjust this a little bit in either way, and I can pull that up to about 5. Oh yeah, now it's just aligning perfectly. It's like you don't even notice. You just walk right on. And the great thing about this is that the small grid button, I can have as many as I want. I'm not limited to 4 on a button panel. So I can put as many buttons as I want on this thing. So that is very exciting. But let me just quickly build this out. Just take me a moment here. I'll be right back. Oh god, I need plate. And with this last row here, this should be the platform. Nice and simple. Then we can just go around and slap down half blocks just where you access it. So we're making sure we're not doing anything bad with our clearances here. I did that 5 wide. I can do them all 5 wide. There we go. Build and repairs doing their best to keep up with me as I place down blocks. They're actually building this very quickly, which is wonderful. Okay, so now I have a full, nice elevator. Now the question is, how do I want to set this up? I could... I'm guessing some sort of wall here. Right? I can just sort of fill in the corners a little bit. Like so. And then have a button panel in the corner. These buttons, though. Oh, it's too bad I can't put a button there and a button there. How do I want to do it? If I... Oh, I could do it this way. Get rid of those buttons. Or those blocks. And then I can have button 1, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe one more layer here. And... because there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? That seems appropriate. And then... do I even want to put even, like, little less LCDs? That's too big. Don't they have LCDs that are 1 block size? Maybe I'm crazy. Because that would be awesome if they did. They have LCDs flat. They do! Okay, so they do have little LCDs. Ah, but I'm not... I'd have to have spots above each button in order to label it. Well, that complicates things. Having it above each button would lend it to more of a nice horizontal thing. So get rid of these two. And do something like that with the 4 buttons. And then put in a label for each one. Then you can select 1, 2, 3, 4 for your 4 main floors. And then, I don't know, have like a secret access to get to your 5th floor sort of thing. That could work. That could definitely work. But something I need to do is add in the remote control downstairs. Not the remote control. The programmable block, so that I can actually use these elevator properly. And I can program some floors into it. Down to here. We got some programmable blocks all set up. So let's take this and go program. And what we want this to do is be... we've got lighthouse elevator speed. That's the cargo elevator below us. We've got hangar elevator speed, Celia elevator speed. This is going to be tower elevator speed. Tower. And I believe... yep, tower elevator pistons are already nicely in a group. So let's copy that and go into our browse scripts. We want elevator piston control. And we want it to be elevator pistons, tower elevator pistons. And I did some screwing around with this. And I want to actually lower this acceleration because we're not moving much weight. So this thing will actually accelerate pretty quickly. Let's just drop it down to 1 for now. And I believe this stopping distant multiplier, I want to increase. So that way this elevator is going to be gentler because it's moving people, not cargo and equipment. Awesome. Now we just need to record some floors. So let's head on back up to the elevator. And extendo it. So I can access through here. The tower elevator speed, we have to, with this thing, we have to record a floor. Now, what I've been doing, which actually you don't need to do, is have the brackets. This is just whatever you want to call it. But because what I've been doing is going record and then actually say, so we'll call this one lobby. Oh, and we're going to get a freeze. Because I've been putting in those brackets, thinking that I need to do those brackets, the actual variable is this whole thing with the brackets. So I didn't need to do that. I realize this now. And of course, the person who wrote the script has told me. So I could actually just call this lobby. I don't need brackets. But because I've done all the other ones with brackets, I'm going to be consistent. So we're going to record lobby, run, floor, record a position of floor lobby. And because I've maybe set this up already, I already know the max distance to the top. We'll just raise ourselves up to there and get ourselves at that position. All right, so this LCD, corner LCD, corner LCD, flat bottom, we'll go tower elevator 1. This one will be tower elevator 2 for the different floors, tower elevator 3, tower elevator 4, and then for all of these, we're going to want text and images, and particularly for this one, we just want 1. And we'll make that a lot bigger. Because that's tiny. We'll make that thing huge, man. And center it. Haha. Or I could actually just call these what they actually are. So instead of just 1, we can actually just call this lobby. So, beep, take you to the lobby. So this one, since we're up here, I already pre-found what the right height was for up here. We can send a record down to the tower. Where it be? Tower is where we want to record radar. Record floor radar. And if I set it in to go to lobby, nicely, slowly starts and takes me down a wonderful, clangy elevator. See, this is why I was slowing it down. I was having grinding issues, it seems, with the edges of this. They're just that little bit too close. But if I have the elevator nice and slow, it's not going to be an issue. So tower, elevator speed. Let's go in there and slow this down even more. Distance 3. So now this one is going to the lobby. So this one can go for tower, elevator, lobby. And now to do the different ones. So it should be lobby, and then this floor is going to be, let's have this like food and lounge. The lounge, that's a good name for it. All right, so I'll set that up. We got edit text, the lounge, and max size, center that thing. Next one up, utility most likely, or I could do a VIP or something, but we'll do utility for now. Max out that font size, center it out, and then we'll have control. All right, so now all I have to do is have myself move up to the different levels, record them, and then program them to this. So let me go do that, and I'll be right back. I have found a real easy way to get these pistons to the next level. So every time I go up, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So 8 times 2.5 meters, 20 meters, divided over my 3 pistons equals 6.6 repeating. So all I have to do, like for example here, we're at the lounge, is get in there, go to my tower elevator pistons. I've set their maximum at 6.6666666 repeating, which the game truncates at 3 decimal points. And then that aligns practically perfectly, or at least good enough for here. So now I can head into this button. Oh, and I need to record this floor, of course. Tower that. We want to record lounge. And run. Record a position of floor lounge. Head on over to lounge. And then go for the tower. Run. Lounge. Confirm. So now, press to go to lobby. We go head on back down. A little slow, but nice and gentle, considering there's going to be people in there. And now, if 6.66666 repeating, using my wonderful phone right beside me for calculator, should be 13.33333 repeating for the next floor. So 13 point bunch of 3s. And we can head on back up there. And we should stop at that floor there, nice and perfectly. And then that I can get utility done, and then do that to control, and then the 4 main are done. Now, I wonder if I can make that any nicer looking, because right now it's just sort of like a ugly sort of just stick straight up there. I could encase this entire elevator. I kind of like the feeling of it being open. I'm not sure, but here we are. So we can go to here, go to the programmable block, record utility, run that, and now we can figure out again with the repeating 6s, so it should be at 19.9 now, repeating. So tower elevator speed, not the elevator speed, the tower pistons, there we go. 19.9999. And this should get us to our last floor that we need. And boom. Perfection. Oh, I love this goddamn elevator. I love all my elevators. This is control. Right. Excellent. So that's all of the floor recording. All I have to do now is put in this run with utility. And this one run with control. And I have full access to all of those wonderful things. The pistons for this, tower elevator pistons, we want to have at 26.66666 repeating. And that should be the max height, which will put us up at radar height. But again, normal people won't have access to those. Right here. Because I can't have this thing any higher than half a block higher than this. I can't make a big sort of glass dome to this. Because it'll hit. I don't know. I mean, this is entirely functional. And then I can just, from here, go back down to the lobby. Elevator. Nice, slow. Beautiful glass elevator. No clang. All the way down to the lobby. Oh, beautiful. So, I think this one, we should definitely add the sound block to it. Although I'm not sure how... I can't remember exactly how that goes. We add the sound block. Build and repair should build it up real fast here. This is going to be tower elevator. And let's go see how that works. So, sound. Alert? What is that? No. I need a nice ding. Fun music. No, I don't need something long like that.
Lights on. Objective complete.
I'm gonna have to add a sound to this, definitely, for this to work. A nice elevator ding, but at least...
Warning, enemy objective complete.
Oh, we'll just do alert 2 for now. So, there should be something in the program. Sound block tower elevator. We go to that tower elevator speed and edit it. Where in here? If you would like some elevator music, string music block name equals elevator music. Oh, elevator music? I guess it can also do, if you want to have actions when the elevator arrives, it will choose the closest one to the elevator platform. String trigger timer block group elevator triggers. But music sound block name. So will this trigger that when I now say recompile it when I go to a floor? Oh, it does. Nice. So go back to the lobby. And instead, let's put on, say, that fun music. So, sound. I'll have to get some cliche elevator music for this, of course. Fun music. God, you're loud. And it cuts out when you get to the next floor. That's awesome. And we'll just make that only 10-meter range. Excellent. Okay. I'm thinking, can I press a button here and make the elevator go up? I want to get underneath it. Probably the best thing to do is to put that sound block somewhere underneath here so that it's obviously not coming from within the elevator. It's sort of just like, oh, it's just there. It's not coming from one particular point that you can tell in the elevator, at least. So we'll put a sound block there. We'll use that up for that later. We'll also put a second sound block, sort of kitty corner to it. So if that one is right here, we'll put a second one right there. This one will be sound block, tower, elevator, ding. And this one will be tower, elevator, music. And I'll set those up with some nice sounds later on. Alright, so that is using this one. So we'll want to text and images on this screen. Tower, elevator, speed. Center that. Give it, whoa, what was it, my 50% text padding? No. Yeah, about 35%. Okay. That programmable block is set up. Now, what I haven't had this down here yet on this base because I haven't set it up. We should get that automatic door closing because is these what was it? Simple doors? And there we go. Automatic door closing. Excellent. I had not put that on this base yet, which was a slightly annoying thing. Text images, we'll edit that text, throw Izzy simple door onto that. Center text padding, 35%. Wonderful. And we have still room for one more program down here of some variety. The other thing I theoretically could set up, if I wanted to, is sensors so that when it gets to a floor, it opens those doors automatically. But I'm not sure where I'd put those sensors. Like, I suppose I could put them there, and I could put it there to detect the subgrid. I don't really want to. I think just having it so that you just open the door. You know, you don't need to do anything special. Just when you arrive at your floor, open the door and get out. Should be okay. But we need a way to call the elevator that's not this big ass button panel, I think. And it's so annoying. They don't just have like a small button to like they have on small grid. So maybe here is where we put some sensors down. Because what I could do is I could put sensors on the floor here. That's ugly because they're right there. I could put sensors, like for example, all the way around there, 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 and they would be detecting above them. So if my character stands on this block here, and I color it differently, beneath them, there would be a sensor on that particular block right there where I'm standing. I'd have to make sure that these tubes wouldn't get in the way. And then that sensor would detect, oh, somebody's standing behind the door. Alternatively, I could put them actually in the shaft here. I wonder, does this thing have the clearance? Let me... Oh, I can't even access that upstairs. I actually have to call this back down with the script here because I don't have any buttons set up. Come back down to the lobby, damn it. Thank you. Oof, that looks good. And now I can access it. So because we have this little bit of gap here, can I put a if I put a sensor there, will this hit it? I don't know. Okay, make sure that things get built up so that its model is the correct size. Because it wouldn't be there. No, that's incorrect. It would be right there. And let's see. Oh, it doesn't hit it. It slides right on past. Like right there. Doesn't hit it. There's enough of a gap. And I am so to getting rid of the sound block for now. God, that's annoying. Okay, so that is how I'll do it. I'll put a sensor on the base of each door. Like so. And then I'll have it sense back a block behind it. And when it senses a player, it will call the elevator to that floor. Ah, I have a plan. Alright, let me go and do that. Alright, so now the elevator, lounge 4. So these ones are all named Tower Elevator Lounge 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can go into here. Tower Elevator, there we go, Lounge 1, 2, 3, 4. The left and right extent, we just want it 1 block wide. So if we want it 1 block, this should be 1.25. Bottom extent, non-existent. Top extent, 5 meters fine. Front extent, non-existent. Back extent, a couple blocks. Okay, that should be good. We want it to only detect players, and won't make a noise when it gets close. Excellent. Now I should set up for the actions. So it should be when it detects a player, it gets tower, elevator, and this is for the lobby. No, wait, lounge. And so that should be on each one of these. Lounge. Yeah, things down there. Okay. So, if I can... If I get close to this thing, here, say if I'm riding the elevator, it's not going to detect me. Because its front extent is so low. But if I go through this door, it should detect me. And the elevator should come up. God damn it. Okay, I gotta turn that doors down. That silly door. 1 second is far too long. Let's go for 5. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. Excellent. So then I press... Say, let's send it down to the lobby. Let's go through the door. And, it's just going to come right back, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I need to send this down. Okay. Just to test this, I need to magically cheat myself somewhere. So let me just cheat myself down here. Let's send the elevator down here. Elevator. Tower elevator to the lobby. Thank you. So it's coming down to here. Let me pop myself back up on this floor. So, as I walk up to the doorway, the elevator should get called. And the elevator is on its way up. When it arrives, we're going to head on in. And then just go anywhere we want. Back down to the lobby. Ah, beautiful. So, what else could I put in this thing? I was thinking, since we do have small block versions of, like, don't we have Do we have small block versions of couches and stuff? No, we don't. We do have small block versions of seats. I'm not sure how appropriate that is to have a seat in an elevator. What about other decorative stuff? All large block. Why is all of it large block? God damn it. See, that would be amazing if I could have like a little corner love seat or something I could put in the other corners. Like, look how perfect that would fit. Oh, that would fit so well if I could sneak that in somehow. How to do it, though, is a real bugger of a question. I believe there's a thing called, like, super gridding or something. I don't have no idea if that is the correct way of doing it, where you can, like, get the wrong grid of blocks on your block here. But I guess that's not going to happen. I can't make it too tall because it's going to hit the ceiling when it gets up to the top. I guess just leaving it with a the button panel here. Maybe another panel sort of... like if that one's there, another one, say, here. Duplicating it, or maybe putting some different status indicators on it or something. I don't know. But I gotta go through and set all of the different floors so that they have their call switches when you get to the door. And then this tower just needs some interior furnishing, and it should be pretty much done. Ah, so exciting. Up to the control panels. Come on. You can go to utility. Did I make control wrong? Tower. This elevator speed run to control. Ah, I must have done something wrong. Because I was thinking up here, when you head on out, you'll sit in your seats, and it's shaking because the base digging is on. You'll be able to look around, look out these giant windows, and you'll have transparent LCDs in front of you that'll give you all sorts of information on what is going on out there as various spaceships arrive. Incoming spaceship. Okay, you can land in sector Bravo 2 or whatever the hell we're gonna set this up. And then they can land, and then they'll come up to dock, and it'll be absolutely beautiful. So, more work is required, but doing this interior in small block was genius. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, honestly, why didn't I think of that? But that's, I think, going to be it for now. I mean, you've probably been sick of me doing episodes on damn elevators. I do so many of them. Next episode, we'll do some interior design, some furnishings on this thing, and we'll get this radar dish built and operational. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And I've got a missing piece of window. Shit. I gotta go fix that. Good hunting out there, fellow space engineers. Time to fix a window.